Hi children, good morning. Welcome back to our session. What's our topic children? The living organisms, characteristics and habitats. Is it? Yes. So yesterday's class we have learned about what do you mean by the habitat, adaptation. Is it? So in that habitat, the terrestrial habitat and the aquatic habitat. Is it? So today's class we are going to learn about some terrestrial habitats. Terrestrial means which is on the land. Is it? Yeah. So in these terrestrial habitats we are going to learn about the desert habitats, mountain regions, grasslands. Okay? So deserts, mountain regions and the grasslands. What are the trees or plants it is growing on and what is the speciality of that, how they are going to take the life or the habitat. Let me learn from this. So in this class, today's class, let me learn desert animals. So desert animals. Desert, immediately we are going to get an idea of the animal. What is that? The sheep of the desert. Yeah. You can see the picture. So what is the sheep of the desert? Camel. Very good children. So it's the camel. You can see the camel. So the camel, if it drinks the water 15 days without the water also, it can be. So that much speciality is there for the camel. So that's why only we call it as the sheep of the desert. Then not only the camel children, few snakes, and that means underground of that desert. Have you seen the desert? Yeah, I'll show the picture of the desert. So this is the desert. So totally it is covered by the sand and it is very hot region also children. It's very hot. So where in our country, where we can see the desert? In okay. Then underground we can see the rats and as well as some of the fox and snakes also we can see. Some creatures which it is under of the that desert, that means under the sand. So it is also going to survive in the deserts. Not only these animals, plants also are there. What are those plants means? Cactus plants. Have you seen the cactus plants? Here it is the cactus plants we can observe. Okay. So these are the desert animals and as well as the plants which we can see in the deserts. So I can show.
Good morning children. Today we shall learn about the adaptation in the desert habitat. We have learnt about many habitats and how many animals have succeeded to overcome many challenges to survive. In few habitats, the conditions are too harsh like the polar region, deserts, etc. We have already learnt about the polar region, so let us learn about the desert where the water is scarce, the temperature is extreme and hardly any or very few plants are available. First of all, to live in the desert, the animals and the plants must learn to survive with very little water and they have to conserve the water too. You know, the kangaroo rat can live in water they get from the food itself. Its favorite food is the seed, which can absorb the moisture from the air. Many kangaroo rats can live its whole life without even drinking water. It doesn't sweat. Its body produces concentrated urine to conserve the water. Even in reptiles like snake, the excreted waste from body is semi-solid uric acid to conserve the water. The herbivore camel also gets the water from its food. It has thick lips so it can chew the prickly desert plants which store water without feeling much pain. The camel can drink more than 40 liters of water at a time and go many days, even weeks, without drinking. It stores the fat in its hump and that acts as a food reserve, so it can survive many days without eating or drinking. Now, the next challenge is the extreme temperature. 105 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very high fever for a human body, is just normal for a camel. The desert animals like the camel, snake, kangaroo rat, etc. can tolerate high temperatures. The kangaroo rat, fennec fox, snake, and many other desert animals live in the underground burrow or the den during the day to avoid scorching heat of the sun. The long ears of the fennec fox also helps to dissipate heat. And what about plants? The plants have also adapted to this extreme climate. The plants also need to conserve or store water. And how do they do it? In the cactus, the leaves turn into spine to stop water loss through the transpiration. Hence, in the cactus, it's the green stem that performs the job of preparing the food, which means the photosynthesis is carried in the stems of the cactus plant. You know, the cactus stem is not only green, but it is fleshy too, and it can store water for long period. The roots of the desert plants are spread far out in reach of water and can quickly catch even a small amount of water. These are the pictures of Sahara Desert in Africa. It is the hottest desert of the world. So now you know how the animals and the plants adapt to the extreme climate of the deserts. Bye bye children.